Thanks for staying with Bernama TV. These are the top stories making headlines this hour. Now, firstly, the United States Embassy in Riyadh was hit by 2 drones earlier this morning, causing a small fire and some minor material damage. And Asian stocks fell again and the dollar strengthened today as investors weighed the impact of US and Israeli strikes on Iran, on energy prices and the global economy. Also in our Point of View segment shortly, I'll speak with Mary K. RATNAM, a Malaysian who was transiting through Dubai on her way to France when her travel plans were disrupted by airport closures in the major Gulf hub amid escalating airstrikes as she joins us from the famous UAE city. I'm Jessie Chahal. This is The World right here on Bernama TV. Mary K. RATNAM, she's the founder and principal consultant of ASPIRA Consultancy. She's lived and worked in Dubai for more than 20 years before returning to Malaysia about 6 years ago. She was transiting through Dubai on her way to France for a leadership conference when her travel plans were disrupted. She joins us now from a city she knows well, both as a former resident as well as a global HR professional. Mary, thanks for joining us. When did you realize your journey to France was not going to continue, and what were your thoughts at that point? Hi, Mary. I think you might need to unmute at this point. We can't quite hear you.
Thank you. Hello, Jessie. Thank you. I landed on a Friday and I was on my way to France, going to stay here for 2 nights and move on. By the next day, cancellations were happening right and left. So, I had to really think about, how do I pivot now? What do I do? I'm going for a conference and now that's not happening. So a little bit of worried about the family who's worrying about me. But, I'm in Dubai. It's somewhere I'm familiar with. So I'm steady, though work is disrupted. Yeah.
Well, you've lived in Dubai for over 2 decades now. You say it's home away from home. How much has knowing the city really helped you stay calm in this situation when the situation is escalating, sometimes even by the hour? And as you've pointed out, you have family back home who's worried and uncertain for what is on the horizon.
Absolutely. 3 things here. 1, I'm familiar with the city, so I know how it runs, how it moves, how the government helps its people, so that is comfortable. 2, there's Malaysians here as well, so the network is really good. We do that really well. We look out for each other. Honestly, I've had food parcels and care parcels being sent through. Well done. Malaysian mission here, the Malaysian embassy has been in touch. They've taken a head count. That really reassures me. I feel seen, I feel accounted for, and I know I'm safe both from both angles, yeah? The UAE government as well as the Malaysian government.
For Malaysians watching at this point, Mary, what is Dubai actually right now? What's really happening there? Does it feel tense, or is it still largely operating as normal? We see some conflicting feed on social media as well. And how do we ascertain exactly the scenario there at this point?
That's a good question. Honestly, I've sent you some pictures. While there's a lot of activity in the sky, Dubai is moving, carrying on as usual, but quietly, albeit cautiously. The directive here is to shelter in place, go out only for essentials and be careful, work from home when you can. So people are doing that, yet they're going out and getting their groceries, they're going out for a meal, you can see cars on the road. It's not as heavy trafficy as it normally is, but it is still flowing. So it feels very safe. Yeah, definitely feels very safe to be here. If there's anywhere I'm stranded in the world, I'm really glad it is here. Yeah.
Would you say it's life as per normal and everything is smooth running as like a normal business and school and work day?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the authorities, as much as possible, are helping the country to just carry on. You keep going, we will look after the skies, you live your life.
Well, you've mentioned that during uncertain times, Malaysians, we tend to look out for one another, and that the Malaysian mission is helping to connect people and, of course, keep people safe as well. What have you seen in terms of that support system? You mentioned some care parcels.
Absolutely. Look, I've been in the Middle East for about 20 years, so I've seen times of crisis like this. It's very different today as I'm seeing it. People are opening their homes, they're connecting with you, they are keeping each other informed. There is a network of Malaysians out there that look out for each other. I am getting food parcels enough to feed a family, so I'm trying to share that myself. The Malaysian consulate has already texted me to stay connected, to fill in the templates so that they will know that we are where we are, what our phone number is, and to get us organized to move as soon as we can. So definitely, a lot of care happening both from the embassy side and the community of Malaysia.
Providing a sense of safety, as well as the fact that that there is help if help should be needed. Now, from a work business perspective, from an HR perspective in particular, Mary, especially having worked with MNCs or multinational companies, when travel disruptions like this happen in a global hub such as Dubai, how does it affect workforce planning and business operations?
Definitely. There's two angles here. There's one about the people movement. It's about expats in and out of the country. So we need to organize that contingency planning. Yeah. And the other aspect definitely is to keep business operations as usual here, yet in the certain situation that we're in. So how do we pivot? How do we continue work as usual in this new norm that we have for the short term? On the other side, how do we get people how do we organize their flight disruptions, their work disruptions, their project disruptions? How do we then reorganize that? So from a people perspective, we need to be managing this kind of manpower questions, yeah?
Well, for Malaysians who may suddenly find themselves in a situation like this, stuck overseas for the first time especially, what practical advice do you have for them, Mary?
Well, that's a good question. Three things, honestly. First, stay calm. Yeah, stay calm. Listen to the communication that is out there. Follow the official communication. Don't get derailed with the rumors that are out there or the social media out there, because sometimes that is distorted. So stick to the official line. Get in touch with the embassy. Go to the e-consul, fill in the templates that's given to you. Also, ensure you have your essentials, your documents with you, some light dry food as a backup, your power bank, please keep it charged, things like that. Keep those things ready. Stay packed, stay ready to go. You don't know when you can move. So those few things, this is the advice I would give to new Malaysians out here. Also, as much as possible, connect with us. Connect with us to Facebook with the other Malaysians, and we are out there to help you as well.
Mary, thank you so much for speaking to us despite the uncertainty at this point, and just know that we're all thinking of you and other Malaysians and all others in this situation. We hope to speak to you soon. Well, we'll take a short breather at this point. I'll be back with more updates from around the world. You're watching The World right here on Bernama TV.